Whenever Vaush talks about music, anime, or video game mechanics, oops, all bad take. What is wrong with you people? When do you think Berserk finally gets an anime adaptation? All right, are you all ready to be blackpilled? We're never getting a good Berserk anime adaptation. It's actually never going to happen. It's never, ever going to happen. It can't happen. Let's take a look at why, okay? The reason why is because Miura's style is very, very, very detailed. There's a lot of detail in Miura's style. And that stuff is really hard to convey in frame-by-frame 2D animation. It's very difficult. They did it back in the 1997 adaptation. And you know what that 1997 adaptation had? No fucking animation at all. Like, I watched it for the first time a couple weeks ago with Hyena. Go back and watch it. It has very, very minimal animation. It has detailed character designs and like the music and like the atmosphere, and then they like stare and there's very little movement and there's so many still shots they just pan over, and when animation does happen, it's very limited. Yeah, it's like a slideshow with a voiceover basically. Now, it's still good because it's a great story and I think it's realized well. But then the issue, yeah, it's like keyframes basically. The issue is, like, if you want to keep all that detail, you know what you do? You make 3D models, which is what they did for the Golden Age arc trio of movies, and they also did it for the disastrous fucking TV anime 3D adaptation. The one with the legendary, hold on, wait, Berserk, come on, 3D Guts walking. Give me that. This legendary clip, this real clip, hold on, from a real anime that real humans were paid to make. Hold on, here we go. This was real. This is him walking away. Like a fucking Flash animation. Anyway, so the issue with like Berserk is you have like two roads. You either go for 2D animation and you accept the fact that you're not going to be able to like animate on it and you're just going to have a bunch of cool still frames, or you go 3D and you deal with all the problems associated with 3D, of which there are many. I've only seen a couple of full 3D animes look decent. Beastars is one of them. Beastars looks good with detailed character designs that look good in animation. Though I don't know how good that would look for like battle versus like the like slice of life-esque mystery shit that Beastars does. I guess Beastars has fighting, yeah. I haven't seen Land of the Lustrous. One show that does 3D incredibly, when it does it, Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, such a masterpiece in animation. The visuals in Demon Slayer, for 2D and for 3D, are both brilliant. They were so confident with their 3D animation that they would do like these little shots from a distance, like you'd see like it'd be panning over the protagonist running through a forest, and like you'd be like maybe 20 feet up and you'd be peering through some branches, and rather than use 2D animation, they would use 3D, and they would be able to capture all these subtle intricacies of walking or like stumbling a little bit on a branch or like pivoting on the heel of your foot to turn around, and it looked so fucking good. But they did it for far away shots, not for up close shots, because up close you want the 2D because it looks crisp. And then doesn't 3D animation software have tools to automatically make walk cycles like that? Yeah, so they were too lazy to even do that for the Berserk thing. Food inquiry test. Okay, so wait, Hyena, we're not getting the one person? Yeah, sure. 15 now, Hyena, 15 now. We're not getting that person? Probably not. The video game discussion was bad enough. Now we're talking anime. Guys, this is I'm sorry. I'm not just a politics streamer. I'm a personality streamer, okay? I'm really sorry. I know it hurts, but I gotta let it out. My love of the medium. I don't know anything about Black Clover. Do you think impeachment's actually gonna happen? Probably not, no. McConnell's already said he's not even gonna hold it. McConnell does still control the Senate for now. I have not seen Oni Equinox now. This is how Demon Slayer Studio does 3D. Fate Stay Night Heavens Feel movie animation. Okay, I'll give this a look. I don't know anything about that series. Watch Land of the Lustrous. It's got pretty ladies but without titties and their rocks. I'm sorry, I'm not sober right now, but watch the show. Pretty ladies and their rocks. Is it like a Steven Universe sequel or? People didn't think JoJo would get an anime adaptation either, you gotta believe. Okay, that's true, but I'm gonna be real, okay? The selling point of JoJo is its weirdness and its wackiness and its off-kilter nature, you know? It's not... But Berserk is serious. So animation errors and like choppy stuff in JoJo looks acceptable, but in Berserk, I would be pulled out by a scene of Guts like choppily moving his arm in the background. Like that would pull me out of it, you know? In JoJo, I don't give a fuck. Jotaro can be fucking T-posing in the background of every goddamn shot, and it wouldn't bother me. But if Guts was doing that, it would pull me out a little bit, I gotta admit. Yeah, JoJo just isn't serious, but Berserk is really serious. Or at least the first bit of it is. I mean, it is for a while. After the it gets progressively less serious after the Lost Children arc, I think, because of Puck and because of Isidro. What's the best introduction to Berserk? The manga. Just read the manga. It's amazing. It's an amazing manga. It's still serious, just less depressing? Yeah, it's less depressing at least. What about visual novels like Umineko? Isn't Umineko like is Umineko the one with the big booby girl, or is that a different thing? No, this is a different thing. I don't read visual novels about witches. I don't know. This looks very light novel adaptation to me. I'm so sorry. I sound like such a cunt right now. But like this guy's hair makes me never want to engage with anything about this. I don't know. I just got a feeling, okay? Sometimes I feel like you can determine the quality of like anime from the hair really effectively. You know what I mean? It's like the jagged, spiky. So many people, they do spiky hair. It looks like it would hurt you, you know? I don't know. I feel like if you're going for when I'm looking at hair in anime, what I'm usually looking for is either realism or like really deliberate stylization. Like something from Kill la Kill. I think in Kill la Kill they do a really good job. Every character in Kill la Kill has stylized hair, but it all feels like it fits naturally on the character, you know? Like Mato Yuko has like a bob of hair that like it's like spiky, but it doesn't look like some weird dumb like everything's got a little fucking pointy shard shit. And Satsuki has, like, technically realistic hair, but it always acts unrealistically. It looks really good. And Ragyo has her fucking poofy bird hair. I don't know. But then you have, like, more realistic hair, which is like, Legacy of the Galactic Heroes. I don't know. I think that stuff looks pretty good. You can get away with it in the 90s. I mean, like fucking Trigun, the guy's hair. And a harem anime? No. Harem anime are almost, like, by definition, fucking terrible. Wait, was there ever a good harem anime? I'm trying to think. Has there ever once... I'm trying to think if there's ever been a good harem anime. Or, like, if there has been, I haven't seen it. Oh, I remember Oran High School Host Club being cute when I watched it when I was younger. I remember that being cute, but I didn't watch all of it. I thought that was cute though. That was reverse harem though. It was all Golden Boy? I haven't seen Golden Boy. I think it's been on my watch list for a while. Konosuba. Konosuba makes me so angry, dude. Konosuba is such a wonderful balance of incredible sexism and actual good character writing. That's a problem for me. There are some parts of Konosuba that are really fucking good and funny, consistently subversive and funny and interesting and fun to watch. But like the main character, I think, just unironically hates women. He does the creepy, rapey protag shit. I don't know. One Piece is a Frankie harm? Yeah, sure. And we saw Uberweight Schnitzel. I haven't seen any of the Monogatari series. That's the point? Okay, no. Wait, hold on. There's nothing wrong with having a protagonist who's sexist. In fact, it's based. But there are types of sexism that are okay, and there are types of sexism that aren't okay in the role of the protagonist, okay? That's my perspective on this, okay? If a character is just sexist and it's played for humor, I think that can be fine. But then when they get sexual assaulty, I think that's not fine. I think I don't know that you know what I mean? If you have a comedy harem protag and the guy just doesn't like women, he's not here for the bitches, that can be a comedy element. That can be funny. Like if played well, you know? But if he's also like being creepy to them, then it feels like the joke isn't that he's sexist. The reason you're watching is because you want to be him when he's groping the other girls. And then and that's like the perspective, you know? And it becomes less funny. Well, that's how it's written, you know? Oh yeah, dude. Speaking of weird sex. Okay, wait, hold on. Last thing, and then I'm leaving this fucking stream because we got way off topic. Okay, last thing. Okay, hold on. So the weird thing. Okay, we've been watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I think we're rounding the bend on the tournament arc. No spoilers. We're only like 45 episodes in or something. I don't know. No spoilers. Okay, but the show has been. I forget the name of the mangaka. I'm sorry. Who also did Hunter x Hunter. What's the name of the mangaka? I'm really sorry for Yu Yu Hakusho. Tagashi? Tagashi, okay. So, I didn't know anything about Yu Yu Hakusho. I've watched Hunter x Hunter. In Hunter x Hunter, later on in the story, they have a trans character. And she's treated well. Well, actually, she's treated like shit. But the story respects her. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's treated poorly by bad people. But the story respects her. So, but most of Hunter x Hunter wasn't really political, you know? Like, at least it didn't feel like it was doing much in the way of political commentary. It felt like, you know, it was just doing its shonen anime power sequence thing. So, Yu Yu Hakusho rolls around. It also doesn't feel very political. The main character, like, plays a little bit of grab ass with his girlfriend, but it's really lighthearted, and I don't know. Nothing seems like really malicious or anything, okay? And then we get to an episode, and this is, I shit you not, the weirdest and most severe transphobia I have ever seen in my fucking life, okay? This is the most insane shit I have ever seen in my life, okay? Because it's out of nowhere. There's no precedent and no antecedent, and it's very severe, okay? So here's what happens. Don't listen if you care, okay? But here's what happens, okay? So the protag's name is Yusuke, and Yusuke and his buddies are traveling to fight an evil whatever. And they're on their path, they're blocked by a lady, and she's like a ninja lady, right? Okay. And instantly, Yusuke and the rest of the guys, they're like, well, we can't fight a girl, you know, standard stuff, whatever. Or one of them says we can't fight a girl. This is standard shonen protag, whatever. Normally, the way that goes down is like they end up getting beaten a bit by the girl, and then they have to try harder to beat the girl, and then in doing so, they learn like a lesson about how women are competent fighters as well, a la fucking Sokka in Avatar or many other stories. But in this case, here's what happened. I'm just going to describe it to you, okay? I'm not even going to narrate, okay? Yusuke steps forward. The two characters, him and the ninja lady, banter for a bit. They charge at each other. There's a flurry of motion. When the two of them land, the ninja lady looks flustered, and Yusuke turns around and looks at her. Yusuke then explains to the people around that he groped her really quickly while jumping at her because he's really fast and strong. And she says something about not defiling a woman's honor. And then Yusuke says, "But you're not a woman." And she's like, "What?" And then Yusuke explains that he groped her breasts. And then because it felt fake, he groped her crotch. And then he's like, "You have a penis." And she's like, "Well, I'm a woman at heart." And then he punches her and says, "If you want to be a woman, really try for it. Don't half-ass it." That's actually what happens. And I need to remind you, this is from a character. This story has had nothing to do with gender, or, well, I mean, everything does have something to do with gender, but it has not explicitly had anything to do with gender or trans people or anything. And the weirdest thing is that the way it's depicted actually makes the ninja lady sympathetic. when she's like, in my heart, I'm a woman no matter how I was born, and then he punches her and she's like, nah, you're not, you're faking it. Like, the way it was actually presented made her look sympathetic and him look like the awful person, but then they just moved on. It was never commented on again. It was never reflected on. It was never brought up again, or at least not up 20 episodes after. Maybe it was never, there was never like a, oh, you fucked up, or that was wrong of you, or anything like that. And it was so out of nowhere, because again, the only thing I'd seen from this mangaka was a story in which, at least towards the end, there was a positive depiction of a trans woman, but this was 30 years before, or maybe even more than 30 years before. So what's really interesting to me is that back, yeah, it was in the 80s. So back when, what was the name of the mangaka again? I'm sorry, I forget. Back when the mangaka wrote Yu Yu Hakusho, that was so weird to me. I don't know if, like, Togashi, if he woke up one morning and he was just like, I fucking hate transvestites, and then he wrote that chapter like in a drunken haze or something, and like he slept in it. But then like 30 years later, you know, or 20 or whatever, he writes another story and he depicts trans people positively. So I guess what I'm saying is, do you think he looks back at that story and cringes really hard? Because that's what I think about. Like, if he's done a good job depicting a trans woman now, and they like settle on it too. The context is there's a main character and he's like a boy, and he's got a little sister, but everyone else says he when referring to the little sister. And the protag is like, fuck all of you, it's she, you stupid piece of shit. I'll literally fucking murder you. I'll look at me. Look at me. I will fucking kill you if you keep doing this. Don't. It's she. Like that's basically how it goes at that point in Hunter x Hunter. It's pretty aggressively in like affirming the identity of the girl. So the mangaka is obviously pro-trans. Now, I just wonder if he ever like rewatches or rereads some of his old work and he's like, oh God. Oh jeez. You know, that must hurt. Video on it? Oh, let's see. Wait, you were saying you'd be fine with world governments. What happens when nation states decide they don't want to be part of the U.S. world government? Do they get censored on social media as well? I don't think there should be a need to set. Wait, hold on. It's really loaded. I can't dictate the policy of future social media sites in a world government. If there are people associated with like a terrorist activity, then I think it'd probably be okay for them to be like kicked off social media. But if nation states don't want to be a part of like the big world government, then they would be like United States not wanting to be part of the federal government, as in, fuck you, you're part of it anyway. Also, I don't want a US world government. I just want a world government. I don't really care what the dominant culture is as long as it aligns with my values. If we had if like Saudi Arabia turned based and they became like some sort of fucking market socialist utopia, and then they spread out all over the world, and we have like the pan-Arabic global united national federal confederacy or something, I don't know. I don't care as long as the values I believe in are there. I really wish I could show the clip to you guys, the clip from Yu Yu Hakusho, the transphobic one, because it was the most, it was just so out of nowhere. I really can't, like, imagine watching like a popular battle anime. Like you're watching like Dragon Ball Z or something. And then there's like a scene from Dragon Ball Z where like Goku like faces a black Saiyan or something and punches them. He's like, you're black. That makes you genetically worse than us. Bye-bye. And then he flies off. And then that's like the only time they ever mention anything about, it's like the weirdest shit. Quit clipping me. Stop clipping me. Stop. How did you not expect that, Vaush? Yusuke's a literal jerk, dude. Wait, having like a Bansho punk middle schooler character with a soft heart of gold is not the same as randomly being extremely transphobic. He's not a jerk in the sense that he's like a bad guy. He's just like he's the Bansho character, you know, like the school he has the pompadour and he wears the school uniform and the big baggy pants. He's like a Metal Bat from One Punch Man. Anime is wild, dude. Because if you actually like watch anime and that's your only impression of like Japanese culture, you would actually think that like the streets of Tokyo are filled with like middle school gangs where like 6'3" middle schoolers that all wear their uniforms every time they're out, like gather together in squads of a dozen and like battle each other in parking lots or something. That's 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 pretty much what they're doing out there. I like Metal Bat. Is there a name for this type of pants? These like pleated, like these like vertically pleated pants or something? Or is it just huge pants that they just fold in on themselves? Hakama? They're called Hakama? Hakama pants. Oh, son of a bitch, they are. Well, this is like a robe thing. Oh, I see. I see. You use a belt and it, oh, I see. It stops here. You use a belt and it ties off at the mid waist. Oh, that's cool. This shit's on Amazon. Wait, hold on a second. I'm looking at Amazon right now. I ordered these mints 3 days ago. Have they not? Why are they still in my cart? Okay, wait. The cart's still full, but it says they did order. Okay. You ordered mints on Amazon? Yeah, I order bulk, baby. Mints are great. Yeah, fucking Altoid mints. The Altoid strawberry Arctic mints. Yeah, these things are fucking dank. You think Berserk would get canceled if it got turned into an anime? You just muted yourself because you typed the same thing twice. I think you said, would it get canceled if it turned into an anime because of all the fucked up shit? There are a couple of things they would have to change, I think, that I think they could probably do. If they wanted to be able to get it out mainstream, I think maybe, possibly. I think there are changes they could make that would help them that wouldn't like fuck with the artistic credibility that much. The big ones that I can think of, like the big ones, are probably less gratuitous rape of Casca and of the girls done by the wild dogs during and before the eclipse. That would probably be a okay move. And what the fuck are you people watching? Read Berserk, you fucking morons. Also probably changing the outfit of the Apostle and the Lost Children's arc. I think though if they made those changes, it would probably be. I don't know. Maybe they could just get away with not changing anything.